nice and you know who I am. Blades find a mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age. Never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll leave in the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to roar. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Seeking shiny the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender. No scratches on this cat, built sleek and slender. No attitude like men. I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind of a slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air. I've got the skills, air genesi, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers. Got the moves like Jagger, I ain't no slacker. Objects move when I'm around. An army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test cat, withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong. I'm the party shield, they call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
Alright, hello stream. Is anybody there that can hear? Hopefully so. We're gonna go ahead and dive in. I've got quite the recap to go through this afternoon, this evening, and I don't want to take too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump back over. For those watching the VOD, if you see me ignoring people in chat, it's not on purpose. I'm just paying attention to the game. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Oh, nodding of heads. Okay. All right, so for completing your fight and for the roleplay that occurred before and after just the whole session, you guys received, it's a big one, 4,000 XP last week. Now, you guys did a lot. I was telling Xavier that earlier. I'm like, man, that was a big XP week. He was like, to be fair, we did a lot of shit, and you guys really did. So speaking of which, recap. Last session, you guys started with continuing your fight with the extra large metal construct creature while the dragon went through his transformation from void to topaz. After many blows were exchanged and the world went upside down one too many times, you guys defeated the giant construct. Meanwhile, the dragon, Besenian, seemed to be fighting his own battle within the darkness, and an angry dragon's roar was heard across the battlefield that was obviously not his. And shortly after the darkness cleared, the gem was gone, and a newly transformed topaz dragon stood before you. He did explain that he saw Aegis during that time, and believes that Aegis may have helped him with the transition, not entirely sure. He introduced himself as Kethric, and Marcus added on, kind of confirming the title, the Topaz. After some discussion, it was revealed that Kethric was now able to learn some of his history, and Marcus assisted in this recall, and it was revealed that there were 3 draconic voices that Kethric was able to hear from the inside of his egg before he was taken. There was and I, just so you guys know, I put this in an order that will hopefully make more sense for notes and understanding. So, there was a female voice who frantically stated, "Tiberax, no!" Then there was a fight which abruptly ended, and Kethric was able to hear a pained call from that same female voice, "Chronosis, help!" It was after this that Kethric felt his egg getting lifted and moved. Marcus watched as Kethric was born as Besenian, a void dragon left to fend for himself, not cared for and consistently surrounded by nothingness until eventually he became void of any emotion himself. Kethric revealed that he believed Chronosis to be his father and was not sure who Tiberax was nor what his mother's name was. And he's not able to sense his mother's presence or Tiberax's, but his father's presence is within a few miles inside the desert. And he does suspect that Tiberax may have been the presence during his transformation. You took note of all of this and explained you would like to pursue this. However, you do have business that you have to deal with the Kraken first for both Tempest and Alan. The Kraken had already created a portal to his demiplane in the same place you had left from last time, and after some preparation and a short rest, you guys all jumped in. When you came out on the other side, the Kraken was waiting for you, and Aerinore appeared shortly after, fully manifesting instead of just showing up as a vision as Tempest would usually see her. And she was able to share all of her memories, and because she actually had them, and was able to show the majority of her story to Tempest. So what she shared was as follows. She was Sirlath. She saw TW casting a spell, and she saw pictures of Tempest, Marcus, Aegis, Bonkin, and Kira. She interrupted the ritual by throwing a glass bottle at the back of his head. She was then captured by very feathery arms and forcibly tied down, finding herself face to face with the Voidwalker. She had no idea what was being done to her, but she started to have difficulty remembering things. It was during this time that she and the Kraken met, both having been influenced by TW and the Voidwalker in one way or another, and the Kraken, using the last of his own awareness and control over his powers, provided Sirlath with a new identity, Aerinore, giving her the power of a siren so that she could overcome this and do what was necessary to figure out what he was doing and stop him once and for all. Because of this intervention, the Voidwalker and TW lost track of Sirlath's timestamp, and Aerinore was able to escape, but the damage to her memories had been done and the loop was successfully put into place. The Kraken made it clear that the loop needed to be broken, but if it is, Aerinore and Sirlath may be lost forever. During this time, Marcus connected with the Kraken to find out if there was anything that, anything he could do, and the Kraken informed Marcus that an anchor would be required and it had to be a willing participant, and he hinted heavily at it being a certain person who had accompanied the party to his demiplane. I know you guys didn't get a chance to share anything, so I was going to allow us to kind of pick up after these conversations were had. As far as you guys know, it is February 18th, 2024, about 3 p.m., but that's what it was before you came here, so you're not entirely sure if that's still accurate. Anybody need any clarifications on anything or have any questions? Let's do a quick XP check. Bonkin, you should be at 107,292. Does that sound right? Okay, it's on me. It's on me. No, no, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, yeah, no problem. Thank you for pointing it out. So 109,832 for Bonkin. Kira should be 123,763. What are you at? Why are you making that face? So you missed 40 XP somewhere. Just 123,763. Marcus is good, and then Tempest. What are you showing? Okay, I have you at 133,215. So you can just change it to that. Maybe I gave you guys surprise XP somewhere and didn't tell you. I don't know. That's weird. That's alright. That's how we do these. Okay. I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. Any other clarifications needed?
No, because
If you have a conversation with somebody that is like really good and you completely bargain, then I'll give you 45 XP.
can we retro? I've done that like this whole.
Yes, I do remember that. That was intimidation, though. I'm. Go ahead. He did not as fondly as Marcus does. All right. So with that being said, you guys, we are starting where Aerinore just finished telling the story, and yeah, that's where we're at. So Tempest, you had seen that, but it wasn't like being projected to everybody, just to be clear. Right. Yeah, that's correct. Yep. That's a really good question. Just give me a perception check really fast. So it actually looks like you guys in the now time. They both. So, I mean, the Kraken just looks like the Kraken. I guess you wouldn't see much on his face, but Airinore's face sort of contorts as she's trying to think about it, and she says, I don't know if it's because I've bounced back and forth so much. I can't remember. It was before I took this form. And she kind of looks toward the Kraken, and he says, unfortunately, the amount of time spent with the Void Walker tends to disturb any real understanding of time as it passes. I'm I'm fine with it. Um,
Well,
Aerinore will nod. She'll say, uh, this is the most with it I've been in a very long time, so I'm willing to stay here. And she'll look over to the Kraken as long as we're allowed to. And if that means you need to rest, I completely understand. The Kraken, go ahead. I don't see why he wouldn't, considering you guys have been dealing with time stuff nonstop. And he's fairly intelligent. So, got it. So the nice thing about this space is that time has no power over it. It can pass as we wish it to. Meaning, if you need to take a rest, we can make that go very quickly so that you can move on.
Marcus Wilson.
I mean, you're
He
pretty
tries to go.
just like right there
Like just. He said if
yeah,
we
yeah. I mean,
individual.
yeah. So you guys see Marcus as the Kraken expresses that. Marcus just kind of flops over and is sleeping, like immediately sleeping. Aerinore looks alarmed for a second. Does he do that a lot? Is something wrong? The Kraken, you'll hear the Krakens, and the Krakens, it's like the voice is coming from him, but it's kind of all over at the same time. And he just says, one of the literal types. I see. I will keep that in mind as we move forward with communication. If resting is what all of you intend to do, then now would probably be the best time to do it. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. I do have an idea as well pertaining to the loop. Well, you will need the rest regardless, so if you'd like to have a fresh mind when we speak, you are welcome to rest and we can discuss after. Well, go ahead and the Kraken says, "Go ahead and rest." Aerinore, you're welcome to stay as well, of course. She nods, and I think it's better to stay here than go where they can potentially see me. He puts his hand in the water. The Kraken's super tall. Min's tail just flicks.
So we can get out of this aquatic location we have found ourselves in. Looks like those are not the words she wants to be saying.
There's little trouble they can get into here from the Kraken.
Okay. Then thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome, but after what I have to ask of you, it will seem a very minor thing.
A safe place to rest. There's nothing minor about that at all. And Kira is going to settle herself next to Marcus, and start pull out some
Awesome.
project that she's gonna tinker with for a few hours until she does her, meditative, non-sleepy bullshit.
Got it.
Vulcan, who just moved Marcus, is going to take a step back, give them space. But still be within arm's reach, because that's Vulcan. Other than that, he will sit down and, I guess, fall asleep while sitting up.
Okay, got it. Like meditate himself to sleep.
Well, it looks like he's meditating, but you can hear him snore.
Okay, got it. All right. And then just, Kira, you would see Alan does move himself, like, over and leans against a tree / bush, and he'll rest as well, but since you're the one who stays awake, he stays awake for a bit of time. He's just very deep in thought. All right. Anybody going to do anything wacky or crazy during this time?
Well, not wacky, but I know that I guess Zoopal probably would be zipping around Aerinore all excitedly, probably like from the moment she appeared.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's like, and she'll play with him too, like he's a little puppy. She'll play with him a little bit while you guys are falling asleep.
Yeah, and Tempest would probably like to sit up with Aerinore for a little while and just chat with her, just kind of idly chatting, just because they haven't actually been able to do that in ever.
So. Yeah, true. Yeah, and she's all for it too. Like, especially when like everybody else is sleeping and it's Tempest's attention purely on her, you can tell that she's truly enjoying that. All right.
Marcus isn't obviously doing anything, but as he has total control of his mind when he is awake or asleep, he will be focusing on essentially having like I don't want to say necessarily a dream, but he's focusing on him running down a tunnel towards light that is the end of his rest. And while he may normally do that anyways, he knows that he was just told if he wills himself to pass time in a specific manner, just like he was able to will himself to sleep, that it could move faster or slower. And he is in a dead fucking sprint towards the end to see if he can legitimately speed himself up to be done quicker than like what 8 hours would be required.
Okay, give me a Constitution check.
17.
All right. Yep. So, Kira, actually, just as you are getting ready to start like doing your trance thing, Marcus wakes up.
Yeah, it's like nothing ever happened either. Like you get ready to go down and he just whew, fuck, I won. All right. Are we ready to go? What the fuck? Why is everybody asleep?
It's been about 4 hours.
Yeah, but I thought we were told that if we just willed ourselves to sleep, we could just be done with it. And everybody sat around, or what?
Bonkin's meditating.
And drooling.
Yeah, Alan's doing some thinking.
And
Tempest
moping.
is with his patron.
Ah, Twitter painting.
And I was working on some synthetic blood plants.
Oh. Well, as you were, I can occupy my mind with, I could probably talk to that guy. Points up at the Kraken.
If we can will time to pass, and she's going to try and do the same.
Oh, wait, can I come with you? And I'm just going to touch her mind and connect the network.
Yes. Okay. So Kira, what does it look like for you?
Well, first of all, holy blueprints, Batman. It is a weird ass mix inside her brain, especially at night. There's a distant part of herself that's aware of the world around her, but she like flings herself into full Project Artie mode. She lets herself like focus on all of the different projects at once and just super speeds through those. So there's stuff about Min, there's quite a few things related to Marcus at the moment. There's like the armor and the blood and some things for his flails. There's a ring that, like, there's a vague outline of Tempest and a glowing ring on his finger. There's Bonkin and some new, like, tattoo-related things. All of these just kind of, her mind is kind of split and working on those simultaneously. And it should be chaotic, but it's freeing. It's very much a restful thing for her to be able to just let her brain go through all of those. And yeah, but there's the clock that's in the corner. Oddly enough, it looks like one of the dials on the Vaticar. And she's just going to kind of mentally try and set that to go faster for her 4 hours.
Marcus, are you doing anything to try to speed the 4 hours up while you are in her mind?
Yeah, I'm fucking running around in circles. I thought we were just here to run to the end of the
Okay.
tunnel, and I have to deal with fucking schematics and the Vacticar? No.
Yeah, that's her brain.
Marcus is just running around the edges of the room going, where the fuck is the tunnel? Where's the exit?
Yeah, so Marcus, as you are, okay, so Kira, give me a con check with advantage.
Yep. Is she aware of him in her brain at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just run past the things. You have to make progress before you can...
That's how I woke up early.
Yes, here, watch this.
Okay. Oh, is that an anatomically correct drawing of me?
Yeah, push-ups.
Damn,
Some parts are accentuated.
Much stronger than I thought.
Was not a particularly great roll.
Yes.
She got distracted because he pointed out the drawing.
Thankfully.
I think I actually have one more I could technically use on myself too. Never mind. No, I don't.
Okay,
Boo.
so it's fine. It's a pass anyway. So Marcus, as he's like walking, like he's around the edge of the room, he sees the anatomically correct drawing and like hits the wall. He's just like, and then all of a sudden there is a very artificer appropriate looking secret door that pops open, and all of a sudden you feel Marcus's hand grab your hand and you get pulled through that door,
No, wait, no, oh.
and both of you are awake again.
Marcus is just smiling at you like an idiot. I told you there was a door. There's always an
I-
exit.
Yeah, the second I get started on that, it's hard to think about wanting to wake up. That's why I have, and she's going to pull out her phone and show like 8 alarms that are all like 15 minutes till push-ups. Don't forget, you have to go for a run in like several intervals towards 4 a.m.
That's pretty intense. And my brain just typically tells me it's time to do something, and I do it.
I get distracted with things, as you could see.
Yeah, I saw the drawings.
Yeah, we're going to refit your armor at some point.
Well, I better get much stronger, because those muscles were pretty torn up, and... Nah, I suppose I'm pretty torn up right now, but I digress.
Seen you doing push-ups?
Hmm?
And she glances past to make sure Bonkin's still snoring. Said, have you seen you doing push-ups?
No, I haven't figured out how to transcend out of my own body to watch myself do push-ups yet, but I'm practicing. I'm told it's called astral projection.
Here, just look at my brain for a moment.
Oh, okay. And eyes will flash pink and I'll connect to your mind.
She's going to give him her point of view from the morning workouts and why it's absolutely okay to have to wake up at 4 in the fucking morning.
Marcus will, probably for the first time in a long time, blush and then disconnect and just go, oh.
Yeah, it was accurate.
Well, I am impressive. And so is your camera angle, mind camera angle. That's good. Photography. Do you think the Kraken can hear us talking?
The Kraken says no.
Out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he says no. I'm not sure if I believe him, but...
We're saying things out loud and our thoughts are our thoughts. It's fine.
That's true.
You know, we probably have another 3 hours or so before they wake up.
Oh, hell yeah. What are we gonna do? You want to do some push? Wait, Mr. Kraken, I know you can't hear me all that well, so I'll not shout and just say it at this level exactly. Do you know anywhere to run around here? That's not, like, near the edges of a cliff into eternity, or this magic pool, which I'm guessing you probably pee in? Give me a god, and I will ruin it. Or whatever the fuck this thing is.
Ugh. All right. He says, to be clear, the water is clean, but as far as running is concerned, you won't fall off the edge.
I'm gonna try to read whether or not that's true.
Okay. You want to do insight?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. You are very confident. He's telling the truth. You're not going to fall off the side.
Alright. Well, we could go for a run if you wanted to, or... this is vacation, kind of. We don't have to run. We could just sit and gaze into eternity. And he kind of like points up at the cosmos. You said it was like kind of cosmos?
Yes, and
Looking-
so as Marcus points, like, to nothing but everything. It's almost overwhelming when you look at it, Kira, because you are used to finite things making finite things. And when you look up into the sky, there's no end to it. You don't have no idea where the hell that water is pouring down to. The sky is just never ending, and it's pretty bizarre. It's not anything you're used to, but it's very peaceful.
Okay. You know, going for a run sounds really nice.
What wasn't actually expecting that, but all right, good. Marcus just kind of abruptly stands up. He'll reach his hand down to Kira to kind of.
You stretch first.
All right. Marcus will remove his armor because stretching an armor is ridiculous, but I'll put it back on to run, and then I will I'll strip down to the sweatsuit and head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. Okay. If I didn't
Kira
finish
will
it, my toddler would
similarly
just-
have to strip down to, but she's not going to run in armor because are you out of your mind?
Okay, yeah, so we'll just do stretches, and then, Candace, just to be clear, throughout that process, did we benefit from a long rest then?
Yep, so you guys did benefit from a long rest, so go ahead and mark yourselves off that way. Is anybody else, do you think you're going to have I already know Aunt Bonkin's answer. Tempest, do you think you're going to have the epiphany of potentially speeding up your rest?
I mean, I suppose we did talk about it a little bit. So yeah, Tempest would probably try to speed it up just a little bit.
Okay. So you'd find yourself underwater. As soon as you fall asleep, you're basically in Airinore's space, and she's there with you in her usual form, not in the fully manifested form. And she starts to swim and takes your hand, and you guys swim for like a stupid long time, and it seems like it's never going to end. And then all of a sudden you hit the surface, even though it didn't feel like you were swimming up. And as you hit the surface, she says, she whispers in your ear, "It's time to wake up." And you just are suddenly awake.
I feel like I've actually rested a full like 8 hours, like.
Yep, nice long rest. Yep.
Wow, fantastic.
And Bonkin is still drooling and meditating.
So, actually, because I've always thought about what Duncan would dream about. Unless someone actually wakes him, he'll probably subconsciously want to take longer.
He'll want it to take longer, you said?
Yeah, because his dreams always go back to his home.
Got it. Yep. That makes sense.
Do we feel time passing here, or no?
It doesn't feel like standard, typical time passing. Kira, you took your phone out earlier, right? The clock had all zeros when you took your phone out.
Okay. I will also get a quick Fatnikar rating then, of course.
For the first time, none of the hands are moving at all.
Gonna just take a quick video of that just to show
Okay.
all the evidence for our scientist friend. And then we're just gonna put it away and not comment about that.
Okay, you don't
That's
tell
fucking
anyone?
weird.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright.
My God, what is no passing time due to actually recording videos?
That's partially why I did it as a video and not just as like a photo.
It'll be interesting to see when you guys leave here.
Yeah, she goes to play the video back and the phone just explodes.
It's okay, I've got like 12 more. I made them for Bonkin.
True. And we can regenerate your hand now, so no problem.
Yeah, no issue. It's fine.
I can
All right.
regenerate Min's hand.
And speaking of Min, it does appear that her and Syl chilled out. Syl is, of course, just flying all over the place, looking at everything. She like flutters in front of Bonkin's face for a nice long time, just staring at him as he's sitting there sleeping / meditating / drooling. But Min settled down and took like maybe a little cat nap.
Zubul would probably be doing the exact same thing, just matching her energy.
All right, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if is Bonkin like really taking like a, I mean, like, I know you said that time doesn't move normally, but do we still sense time progressing? Like, do we hit like 7, 8, 9 hours and Bonkin's still not awake?
So once you hit
Because
like,
obviously the point here was to not.
yeah, once
take
you
too
hit the
long, but-
6-hour point, which would just be like an hour or two after most of you woke up, then Bonkin will wake up too.
Okay.
And Bonkin, you do take the effect of a full rest.
I'll wait on him then, but then I'm gonna also start counting out money
Okay.
from the kills that we had out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it in chat, you guys, just so you guys, everyone knows what they got.
Okay, so when everybody is awake, Tempest, when you wake up, Aerinore is there, and she says, "Good morning, Tempest."
Good morning. Actually, I don't know. What did we share a dream? Were we actually together in our dream? Because I dreamt we were swimming together. Was that real? Ish.
I don't know. You can see she like screws up her face trying to think. I don't think I had that same dream. How nice is it to be able to be here in person, though?
It's really awesome. I'm so glad to finally be able to meet you in the flesh.
Oh, me too. What did you need me to do here again? And with that,
We'll talk.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it a little bit more.
You'd actually hear a sound come from the Kraken, almost not really a gasp, kind of a cross between a gasp and a sigh at that. And
Tempest will kind of look over and give like a knowing look to the Kraken. So it's not. She's not safe here either, is she? It still happens.
I honestly thought she would be safe. Because she is not, I think my plan for the loop is probably the only one. It seems as though the loop may be destabilizing on its own. She should not be losing her memories here.
Okay, so you said you had a plan then, and he'll turn back to Aerinore. Sorry, Aerinore. There is a gap in your memory, and we're trying to fix it, and that's what we're here. And we're gonna I just want to talk to Kraken a little bit, and we'll fix this. Don't worry.
She looks. You tell her not to worry, and that just makes her look more worried. And she says, "Okay." And she looks up at the Kraken and looks back at you, and she says, "Did I do something wrong?"
No, absolutely not. No, something happened to you, and we're fixing that here.
Okay.
You don't remember coming here, do you, at all? You don't remember yesterday?
No. I remember us talking about meeting here.
Interesting. Okay. So it's wow. It's just, I'm sorry, the gaps in your memory are just, they're not very predictable either. I was expecting you not to remember at that far back. I don't know. It's strange. Okay.
The
It's okay.
Kraken
You didn't do anything wrong.
The Kraken speaks up gently and he says, "The boy speaks truth. You've done nothing wrong." And then he'll he'll turn his attention to you. Like, he can look at everything all at once because he's so big. And he says, "I believe the loop controls anything that might allow her to remember. So everything flooding back yesterday has since been erased."
Is there any way to undo that psychically? Is there any way I can break the barrier between yesterday and today to alleviate some of... Wait a minute. I have an even better idea. Aerinore, you remember me, yes? I'm sorry, this conversation wasn't happening off screen, was it?
No.
Before I just
No.
interrupt and like ruin your RP moment. Okay, sorry. You remember me, yes?
I do, Marcus.
Ah, great. it's the ninth sun, but I'll forgive you this time. Would you mind if I had a quick little peeky poo inside your mind just to see maybe if I can figure a few things out, maybe help kind of guide this process along?
She'll like look at the Kraken and then at Tempest and then at Marcus.
It's okay. He's here to help.
I don't doubt that. Go right ahead. I don't know what you'll find.
Oh, I'm not looking for anything. I'm here to sow seeds and hope that they bear fruit. And I'm going to connect to her mind, and I am going to, in fast forward, show her yesterday,
Oh, okay. All right.
including everything I saw in her, everything she told me, all of the memories she imparted on me. And as I'm going, I'm just trying to kind of knock the walls down and be like, this is what you saw, this is what you showed me, this is what you showed them. I'm kind of trying to catch her up, but rapid fire.
Okay. And you
And
see
I
everything.
did, and I did describe to Marcus what she had told, what she showed me through her vision as well. So
Yeah, so you'll actually see that through her eyes too, Marcus. Like as you're telling a story, it's almost like she starts telling it alongside you. So you can see that the memories, they do start to come back in her mind. The only issue is that you're seeing, even as you are telling her the story, pieces of it's like it's fragmented. There's little holes that are getting poked. So if you were walking down that tunnel, you would start seeing holes getting poked in the walls as you're going.
Do I see any potential cause of those holes?
You can see gold energy shining through.
Marcus will just say that out loud as he's feeding it to her. She's got a lot of holes in this cheese wheel she calls a brain, and unfortunately there is... Oh, what the fuck is that? Gold energy is flooding in. Fucking time dragon asshole. And then he just keeps pumping the memories until
Okay.
it's done. Up until Marcus going, looking at the Kraken going, oh, really? We can just will ourselves to... And drops.
Okay. Yeah, so you could, like I said, you could see that it's all rushing back to her, and Tempest, you can see, like, the facial expression changes as Marcus is doing this, and it's obvious that she's starting to remember things again, and then she just looks confused after she watches Marcus flop down and shakes her head and says,
And that was yesterday.
so it must be anything that will help me remember is being erased. It has to be. I feel like it's starting to fade already. It's almost like right before you pass out how the edges get black. It feels that way, but in my memory.
So it's not a matter of time. It's just a matter of content that you use.
That's how it feels. And the Kraken speaks up and says, it's confirmation the loop is destabilizing. If we don't figure out an anchor and deal with the loop, everything inside of it, including Aerinore and Sirlath, will be gone.
Well, that's cryptic as fuck, though. I mean, what is the process here? Yes, we know there's an anchor. Okay, then what? So, anchor. Who the fuck wants to volunteer to be an... I'll be the fucking anchor if it really means we'll fix this, but what happens after your anchor? Well, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just confused
It's
here.
completely
Well,
understandable.
what does being an anchor actually mean? Because I think yesterday you said that it was a big task. It was a painful undertaking.
It is a big ask, and it is one that ties the individual to me directly. What it will do is it will allow you... The best way to explain it is that this demiplane exists just outside of where the loop exists, which is why Aerinore couldn't even remember me initially. There is a place where my plane overlaps with the boundaries of the loop. The best way to explain it is a scar in time that I can force open. If you go in there, I do not know exactly what you will have to face. It could be TW himself, it could be his minions, it could be something entirely different. When he says that, Aerinore turns to you, Tempest, and she says, "The song, Tempest, I feel like the song plays a role. I don't fully understand why, but it feels right."
Tempest will kind of sing out or recite the lyrics to the songs up to the part where it's break the loop. Oh, the waves remember, soft and low, the girl who sang where the winds go, where the wild winds go. A voice so sweet it could tame the sea, but lost to time she'll never be free. A mirror cracked and the years unwind, a soul divided by fates and time. Who was she then and who is she now? A siren's cry, but she can't remember how. Break the loop. Is that all of it?
When you start reciting those words, she kind of partway through starts humming, and then she starts singing. And as she does that, and this is the first time that you've seen her actually sing, the water that she is in, just surrounding her, all of it just kind of lights up. It just sort of glows. And there is a spot, true to his word, and I'm just going to draw it with a pen, because maybe I do have a cool thing. Hold on.
Sorry, the pen's cool too. Remember that cat I drew?
Or your sleepsies?
Or the sleepsies?
One sec, hold on.
Oh, FYI, I'm gonna roll my hit die because I realized I didn't.
Yeah, do
and
that.
should probably do that.
Do that. Sorry. Roll20 is not letting me pull up my assets, so I'm just going to use the pen, because otherwise we're going to be sitting here. I'll refresh. So you guys will see in the sky out here, there is a golden like crack, a scar essentially, that illuminates. So it starts with the water and goes from her out to that direction, and then you can see. So you know, if there's any doubt about the Kraken telling the truth, there it is. So the Kraken says, "That is exactly what we needed." If you...
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. If you feel ready, we do still need the anchor. Like I said, that means whoever that is will have to stay here. And as he's talking, Alan's...
Marcus, God, you beat me to it. Never mind. Go ahead. I'll let you NPC him.
No, go ahead.
Marcus was going to literally just point at Alan.
Okay.
And he's gonna just go, "You are the only outlier here. We know that you are warlock by nature, which means, and I mean no offense, you serve us no purpose in there. Your brother is gone, and there is nothing we can do about that right now. So we have our defender, our brute," and he points at Bonkin, "our healer," and he points at Tempest, and then also kind of half points at Kira, "and our jack of all fucking trades. Alan, we brought you back from the fucking dead and fought demons deep within the recesses of your soul. We really need you to help us with this. Please."
So as Marcus pointed at him, Alan was standing up, and he stood and listened in a very ageist fashion, actually. Like, it was very clear in that moment that they're related.
It's
And
like they're brothers or something.
like something like that. And he, after you finish, he nods, and then he turns to the Kraken and he says, literally, anything it takes, I will do.
Maybe not like, listen, okay, we spent a lot of resources bringing this guy back from the dead from like 900 years ago. So if we could maybe just like put his body in ice if it comes down to that, I'd much prefer that than the alternative, because Master Aegis is going to be pissed if we let him just go.
You'd hear almost like a chuckle out of the Kraken, and he says, "This, not to worry, ninth son. I will not
Somebody got it right.
allow him to. I will not allow him to cease existence. However, and his attention.
You give me your word.
You have my word."
Okay.
And he turns his attention toward Alan and he says, "I know why you are here, and it is time for you to come back into my favor. This will be
Wait.
your trial."
Oh. Oh shit! It's this Kraken?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What are the odds of that? I thought there were like 100 of these guys. Oh fuck me!
This is,
oh,
this is the
ow.
no. This is the one that was being controlled by the Voidwalker.
Well, yeah, I knew that, but I just thought that it was like, okay, oh fuck, our societies work very differently. Master Kraken, I am so sorry if I meant any, or insinuated any insult. I am a moron. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you and him like had a thing. I seriously thought it was like, you know, the other guy. My bad.
If everyone knew everything, there would be no fun.
You should tell that to these guys when I try to barter with guns.
If it helps Mr. Marcus, I also thought it was another one.
Oh, thank the fucking gods. But not Arpensa, because fuck that guy. He's not part of this realm too, is he?
I'm gonna elbow him.
Ow! Fuck. Oh, shit. Sorry, right. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm a complete fucking moron, but a genius at the same time. I don't get it.
It's truly a blessing and a curse, all at once.
I've got enough curses to go around. Anyways, okay, sorry, Master Alan, you can talk to Daddy Squid if you need to. My apologies.
Alan actually will turn to you, Marcus. And he says, we really didn't have much of a chance for me to give a whole story, as I believe it's only been a couple weeks that I've been, or I think it's only been a couple of days since I've been back, but...
That's true, but I watched you get born.
Right.
And then saw everything from your first screaming, mewling breath up until the point where we resurrected you again. I should have fucking seen this. I mean, he's got very distinct markings, and
Well, when the Voidwalker sided with whoever is causing all of this, it suppressed the Kraken's powers, which then led to me not having powers. At which point things were dire at home, and I did what I had to do to make sure that I wasn't useless. I feel I'm doing the same thing now, but... And he turns to the Kraken. It's no longer out of desperation. This is a true will and desire to make sure that I'm fulfilling my destiny. I will be the anchor.
By the way, when this shit's all said and done, I do intend on bringing him like 900 years in the past so he can see Mommy and Pups one more time. Or for another like 80 years till he actually dies. Or becomes a squid or whatever the fuck happens after your patrons die. Sorry. You're going to live more than 80 years, I hope.
The Kraken says time does not matter here, so that's fine. All right. So with that being said, we have the anchor. What needs to be done is I will open the scar. It will take you somewhere, wherever it is that this loop exists. And you will have to deal with whatever is on the other side. I cannot see past it, as I have done everything in my power to block them from being able to see me in any way, and it works both ways.
You said them. How do you know there's more than one? What do we think
Well, based on Airinore's...
they are? Don't tell me. Do we really? Are we gonna have to go fight fucking TW and Dickhead right now, Kenku boy?
I think that's probably exactly what it is.
Fuck.
I
thought
can't
We were gonna have to fight a time dragon first.
I can't confirm what's on the other side. It may be them, it may not be. It may be a bunch of traps that they set, knowing that we were going to try this.
Okay.
So they've seen all of our movements before now. So yeah, maybe this could be exactly what they're expecting. Maybe this is exactly what they don't expect. Who knows?
That is why the anchor matters. If things go completely sideways, with him here, I will be able to help. If we did not have an anchor, I wouldn't be able to re-tear the scar and get you through. Ideally, what will happen is you'll be able to stabilize things on the other side, and it should be as simple as walking through a door.
And then once we walk through that door, Airinore's memories will be complete, healed, refreshed. What are we expecting here?
At
You
the
had said
very...
And
something
what does that
about-
mean for Master Tempest?
You had said something about if we fix this, she may cease to exist also, right? But if we don't, she will also cease to exist. Right?
Because it is collapsing, the anchor is necessary. Having the anchor should allow her to come through on the other side as well, depending on what happens once you go through. And Aerinore will, she'll put a hand on your, arm, Tempest, and she'll say, much in the same way she did yesterday, she'll say, Tempest, whatever it takes, just do what has to be done. If it means that I have to be gone, then it means that I have to be gone. I chose this. I decided to interrupt the ritual. But I want to help however I can, and if this can bring back those missing bits of memory, then let's do it. Even if it's just a chance.
Yeah, yes, I know. Either way, I know we need to stop TW and Kenku, especially. We also need to avenge Bonkin's torture also. So, I mean, this has to happen sooner or later. I don't want anything to happen to you, and I hope what we do now, we can find a way to stop you disappearing, I suppose.
Marcus will yank the ethereal blue shield off of his back and kind of hold it out. Do you think you can quickly attune your soul to this and maybe give yourself at least a one-shot get out of ethereal prison free card?
You're offering it to Aerinore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, take an inspiration.
I've already got one.
Alright.
Remind me the next time I roll a fucking one with one of your inspirations.
Maybe click it and unclick it in case it's a bad one. She looks at you and looks at the shield and she says, what does this do?
It warps time and space. It'll keep you protected without having to focus on it or hold it. if you are a spellcaster, if combat breaks out, and more than that, once a day, if something is going to strike you, critically strike you, you can flash out of existence. The thing is, never use it more than once a day. It's not worth the risk. You get one free. Everybody gets one.
You see her truly think on it, and then she says, I don't anticipate getting into combat while I'm here, so maybe you should take it with you.
Oh, you're not coming through? I thought this whole conversation was about you coming through that tear with us.
If I go in there, I don't know what will happen.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not saying that. I literally thought this whole conversation was you telling us you were coming with us.
I see.
Am I totally misunderstanding that? Are you having a lapse in memory, or am I tripping out here?
I wasn't sure, to be honest.
Okay, good. I'm glad, because I've been very confused for the last, 25 minutes of conversation, because it was very clearly like, I'm coming with you, and I've got to jump through the scar.
Yeah, I
So-
also thought she was coming with me. That's why
Thank goodness it was not just me. Okay, 3 out of 4. Kira, come on!
it was phrased very weirdly.
So that's a no then. You're not coming through.
I don't think it's a good idea. I don't know what's there. I truly appreciate you being willing to hand over something so valuable in a situation this dire.
No, it's fine, to be completely honest with you. If it weren't for us 3 convinced you would actually just telling us you were coming through, I wouldn't have offered it to you. No offense, but I definitely fucking need it.
No.
But I assumed, with the way you worded everything, that you were coming through. No big deal. You chill here with Yanka and Tentacle Daddy, and we'll go take care of whatever's on the other side. Hopefully.
She cringes when you say tentacle daddy.
He winks at the Kraken.
Definitely cringe as well.
Mr. Marcus, is there something between you and the Kraken that you don't want to tell us?
No, not at all. I just think he's very... excuse me. He?
You'll hear a resounding yes.
He is very interesting, and I'd like to have a very deep psychic conversation with him at some point, but now is not that point. We do not have Master Ages here to perform rituals on us before we leave. So, drink 'em if you got 'em. Marcus starts to dig through a bag. No, I don't have anything I think that will benefit us here. Oh, I have that scroll of Rary's telepathic bond, but I can just, shout at all of you, right? I don't think we'll be too far away from each other, hopefully.
Oh, actually, I have a question for Bonkin. If we do happen to come into contact with your old Kenku buddy, do you know if he had any kind of special? All right. So, long and short of it, I have a potion of necrotic resistance here. Was there any kind of necrotic attacks you had to endure? This is more a question for Candace, obviously.
Yeah, this is definitely one I'd redirect to the DM.
So...
He beat me up for 3 years.
yeah, necrotic energy showed up at one point, yes. That's how I mean, you remember that during the fight, there was definitely, you were hit by necrotic energy.
Yeah, he used it sometimes.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want it, I have a potion of necrotic resistance. Or well, I think Marcus is already pretty well fortified against necrotic.
I will take it, Mr. Tempest,
Okay, please.
because I have, as you said, some payback to give him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, okay. I don't think I have anything else that'd be beneficial. Oh, Kira, did you have the ability to cast Revivify? I don't remember.
I could, but not today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I probably should have. Well, you couldn't have done it yesterday either, could you?
No, it's something that I can know how to do, but it's
Without our healer, somebody should probably have that on deck.
Yeah. Well, I'm asking only because I have the ring of spell storing, and that's what I used to revivify Bonkin before, but
Right.
I don't have it anymore.
I don't think we want to spend another day for me to be able to. I was focused on picking up, or I was focused on trying to figure out another thing that Aegis liked to cast.
Well, if
I
nobody's capable of doing it, then what we need to make sure of is that we mitigate every ounce of fucking damage we can, and don't let people cease breathing.
so about that. You know Aegis's little trick to help give a little extra pep in the step, so to speak?
Oh, it's not a little extra. He performs that at a very, very high circle of magic.
Yeah, I think I can, not as well as he can, but I think I can do that.
No, that's too bad. You should have had Revivify. But that's alright. That'll do.
There's maybe if I hadn't gotten pulled through my mental secret door so quickly. And she kind of, it's a teasing smile that she gives. Okay, who do we want to have that spell?
Do not give it to me. I'm fine.
The what spell? The
I believe she can perform an aid incantation. Yes, am I correct in that? It's not a weird injection we have to do. We have to eat any of that fucking weird jelly from the fridge?
No, you do not want to eat that. Please tell me you've never tried to eat that.
Well, I licked it a few times, but it burned half my fucking tongue off. Thank goodness I regenerate now. Sorry, I shouldn't have told you that.
Why would you do that?
Okay, pause.
I labeled it.
Yeah, you definitely labeled it, and it said fuck around and find out on it, but I found out.
Well, I'll need to take notes on that later. Okay, aid.
Yeah, how many people can you perform the ritual
on? 3?
Okay, not me.
Give it to you 3. Give it to Marcus, Yukira, and Bonkin.
No, don't give it to me. I am fine. It needs to be on Master Tempest, I think, because you look at me. Marcus kind of like punches his chest. Things barely fucking touch me. I don't need the extra endurance. We should put it on people like, points to Bonkin. You know, he gets slapped around pretty often. Master Tempest, you don't. But if you did, it would probably hurt a lot. And you, Mistress Kira, I'm a walking fucking automaton, essentially. Don't get excited. Well, maybe get a little excited.
I can heal myself. Aegis normally casts it on one of the girls. Which Sill's not quite as tough as Min. Sorry.
But Sill's good at hiding. Maybe it should go to Min, because Min's typically in the shit of it.
Okay. And she's going to nod, close her eyes for a moment. She weaves together a ball of silver threads, and she's going to reach out, and she's going to touch Min, Bonkin, and Tempest. And I am only casting it at 3rd level, so it's 10.
So that's where all my silver thread went.
Magical thread, not legitimate.
Oh, sorry.
So
who got
10. 10 for you guys, plus Min.
10 pips.
The max hit point increase temp, the fancy one.
Who got that?
Bunkin, Tempest, Min.
And that also lasts for 8 hours, just like his?
Yep.
Excellent. I'm just going to give you guys your little plus sign.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Kraken, sir, is it possible to maybe put do you have a revivify ability to be able to put into my ring here? I'll kind of hold up his little, like, practically brass knuckle looking set of spell storing ring.
So as you ask the Kraken that question, you'll see Aerinore's head kind of tilts to the side and looks past you, And then she looks to you and she says, I can do that for you.
Oh,
And she'll reach her hand up.
Marcus
Oh.
smiles.
fantastic. Thank you. This will probably keep, I'm sure we'll probably, excuse me, goldfish tried to kill me. Thank you. I think this will keep us, at least all of us, at least one of us in the fight for a little while longer.
She'll put both of her hands around whichever hand has the ring on it, and cast the spell, and you'll see the ring will absorb it, and then she lets go, and it feels like it's almost like you just washed your hands in the perfect temperature of water.
It's like I didn't even feel the water. It's fantastic.
Marcus will he'll sling the backpack over and he'll reach in and in his left hand he pulls out a diamond, and in his right hand he pulls out a dead petrified cat set with a diamond in one of its eye sockets.
The fuck?
So we found both of these outside on those assholes that we killed before we came in here. Madam Aerinore, I'm well aware that magic requires he kind of taps the diamond eye socket on his head. Components. Are either of these sufficient for payment?
She will look at you.
I'm not sure what the cat has to do with the diamond, by the way, but here we are.
She'll shake her head and she'll say, "It's all right, especially because you're going to try to help me. I don't see any reason for you to try to pay me for it." And she kind of looks sideways at the cat, and then looks at Min, and then looks at Kira, and then back to
Kira
Marcus.
has positioned herself so she is between the cats and Marcus, and just is staring at them, at Marcus and the rock cat.
Marcus looks kind of surprised, and he puts the diamond in the bag, and before he like goes to put the cat in the bag, and then like suddenly shakes it at Min and goes, "Ouch!" Sorry, still got a little something left in it. My bad. We can identify that later. Not sure what it has to do with anything, but here we are.
Is it something I visually might recognize?
No, not. It's not really. It doesn't stand out to you. I mean, you are familiar with people trying to find creative ways to, like, I guess, memorialize creatures, and a lot of times diamonds were a part of that.
Okay.
So I just desecrated a fucking
Fluffy?
memorial.
Yes. Kira just watches Marcus and his so playful interactions with men, and just I have one more spell that I can do, but I want to make sure we're ready to go before I cast it.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm ready to roll. What are we doing? Well, we don't know if it's going to be combat right away. This isn't something that will go away quickly, is it?
Yeah, about an hour.
No.
It's the one you've felt before.
Oh, don't do haste on me. I'll just drink the potion.
No, the incant of protection.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, wait, no. That one? The one that hurts both of us?
Wow, when you say it like that, it sounds like the spell itself hurts. No, it's to help two people share the burden of one strike.
Marcus switches to Elvin very fast and he just goes, I love that incantation, but I am so sick and tired of watching you get eviscerated by things that strike me. Please don't use it on me again. If I lose control in there, there's no telling what's going to happen to our enemies.
Well, I have also an elven. I have potions. I have magic. And we really do need to make your armor stronger. Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll make your armor stronger. But I don't mind
nods.
bearing some of that if it helps keep you at all safer.
Marcus will nod again. He'll just say in common, okay then. Master Tempest. Now would probably be the time for me to tell you that I am incapable of being brought back from the brink of death by normal means.
Yeah,
If I
you,
am
you told us. Yeah. You turned into dust if you die, right?
No, I won't turn into dust immediately. If I'm killed by moving water, sunlight, or radiant energy, I will more than likely turn to dust. If I drop naturally, I will be dead. I do not go unconscious. So the revivify will be necessary to bring me back if
I see what you mean.
rendered down. Now, the odds of that happening are extremely rare. But it's possible.
I mean, we don't know what we're facing, so yes, I will keep that in mind. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Absolutely. Also, just so everyone's clear, I can still be technically affected by charm magic and fear. However, my body can naturally process, as long as I focus a little bit, to rid myself of those effects. I have a very indomitable mind. It just may take a little time for that to happen. So if you need to do it to our enemy, don't be afraid to fuck me up in the process, because I'll take care of myself and keep moving.
Okay. Thanks for telling me that now. I'm sorry I hit you with that confusion or the hypnotic pattern there earlier.
You don't need to apologize for that, Master Tempest. I'd never seen colors like that in my entire life. I was
Very pretty.
happy to be in that state for just a moment. Pure bliss.
If we're in a spot where we can will time to move as we need, do you want me to try and force myself through to another rust so I can cast a revivify if needed?
I think that much like the temporal shield, if we force time to manipulate to our will too often, we may find ourselves in a dangerous zone. Master Kraken, can you confirm or deny that in your realm?
I can confirm that while you may not be the most charismatic person in this realm, you are extremely wise.
I am actually very unwise, but I am hyper intelligent, just like her.
You apply your intelligence in the moment. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Many aren't capable.
I am well aware of that.
Many.
Master Bonkin's very strong, and he's very cuddly, very warm. If he dies, I will make him into a rug.
I accept this.
Fuck, you all heard it, so don't be surprised when he's laying in my room.
Could you at least give me gauntlets to me daughter?
Oh, you hurt my heart. Master Bonkin, you will not die on my watch. You will not die.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna. We're not gonna make you into a rug. I know. I know you guys had the conversation, but I cannot look at a bonking rug.
Well, then stay the fuck out of my room.
I guess I will.
Or die first, and then you don't have to worry about it. We'll have my Tempest skin mural on the wall and my bonkin rug. I kid. I'm not interested in flaying anyone. Or skinning anyone. But yes.
Insight check.
As long as I'm still useful.
All right. we're getting real dark here, guys. Let's maybe go into the crack of time doom and we can finish this bastard, maybe.
Yes, and Mistress Kira, you understand that although I would love for you to have that magic at your disposal, I think that mitigation at this point is probably our best resource.
She nods. Just looks a little bit worried, but nods.
Marcus kind of like put his hand on her shoulder. It's gonna be fine. Hey, look, think about all the crazy fucking shit. We fought like vampire lords and their lackeys and things from other planes of existence, and we fought the fucking ice queen,
Frozen
Master
Phoenix.
Balkan, what's your girlfriend? Yeah, there we go, Frozen Phoenix.
I'm sorry, wait.
Oh, you heard
You
it.
said that a bit too fast. Can you repeat that?
I think Bonkin picked up exactly what was going down. He said, Master Bonkin, yeah, what's her name? Your girlfriend? Oh, yep, that's it. Yes, Master Tempest.
No. She's like a second daughter to me. Do not.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
All right.
We should go.
Let's go,
Let's go.
Master. And he points at Aegis's brother, Master Allen. Are you ready to become the anchor?
He's standing there just like he has been, but he looks very resolved. And he says, yep, he'll look at the Kraken. Whatever you need, I will do. And the Kraken, so the Kraken, you'll see one of the tentacles will, come up and out of the water, and it wraps around Alan.
Oh shit! Sorry, I said that out loud. I thought he was going to eat him.
I will not harm him. And then another one comes up and out of the water over here, and you will see it touch this spot. And he looks and says, "You are absolutely sure that you're ready?"
Mistress Kira, now is probably the time. And he holds his left hand out with a platinum band on the ring finger.
She is going to incant. She is going to very briefly entwine fingers, squeeze once, cast the spell, let go.
Yes, Master Kraken, I believe we are ready.
I'm going to drink the potion of necrotic resistance that Tempest gave me.
And before we go, I have one more thing I'd like to try out here. And Tempest will bring Zoopal kind of in front of him. He'll kind of like position Zoopal like face to face with him, and he'll hold both sides of Zoopal's face, and you'll see Tempest incant something, and then he'll pull his hands away apart from each other, and then two more Zoopals appear in front of him. I'm casting Flock of Familiars.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
I love it!
Is that a spell or an ability?
Yeah, it's a spell. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, that is so fucking cool. No way.
So it's for an hour only. But now there will be 3 Zoopals zipping around.
That's so good, and I love it. I no longer feel guilty about considering the summon construct or summon hound though, because you can just get 3 more dragons.
So
Dude,
yeah,
I
the
told you
only
to take that construction.
yeah
That
the
is
only
fucking
the only good thing about this, really, the only utilitarian version of this is really just be able to cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah,
From
put a Zoopal
distance.
on everyone. Fuck
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Well, could you since it says that you can cast a spell, can you technically, because when you use the ring, you could cast the Revivify through it to anybody that you would need to and not have to get close?
Suppose that's more of a Candace question.
My-
I assume you have to touch. I assume you have to touch somebody through the ring in order to make it work.
Oh,
but I don't.
true.
I
Yes.
so I guess that was.
So-
I guess that was always kind of my thematic way of viewing it.
So the way that I see it, because of our the way our party is constructed. If Kira is able to do necrotic damage by touch through her creature, then I will make the call that you'd be able to revivify through yours. Because that seems fair to me.
Long distance critter casting.
All right, LDCC. Okay, so you guys see Tempest. You have like, Zoopal's around all the time, and Tempest feeds him and plays with him and stuff. But there's a very serious and very touching moment between Tempest and this little creature, and he kind of like when you put your hands on either side of his face, he like nuzzles your nose, and then after the nuzzle is done, there are 2 more Zoopals. So you guys will see 3 Zoopals, and they all start zooming around each other, excited.
Exactly right. Yeah, just a little tumble of Zoopals now.
Do we need to identify which one's the real Zoopal in case concentration is lost?
If concentration's lost, then you'll know
Yeah.
which one's the real Zoopal.
Yeah, there'll only be one.
Yeah.
I meant more for your sake and where you were putting all of them.
I'll mark the quote-unquote real one.
It's that one.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I thought too. Perfect.
We get hit way too often for me to not immediately think about that. I would love for there to be an army of Zoopals always, but scared.
All right, the Zoopal with the light blue dot is the real one.
All right, so yeah, Marcus. Just so you know, Candace, I am gonna keep I'm gonna keep a couple of potions kind of like loose in my belt and ready to grab at a moment's notice if need be.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna just start moving towards kind of like the edge of the island where he said I would not fall off if we ran. Also, when we were running, by the way, Marcus would have like jumped at the edge, like I'm gonna leap into eternity just to see if he was gonna bounce back, and he would have prepared to like just telekinetically move himself if he started to fall.
Yeah, it doesn't even let you get that far. It's almost like you had a rope tied around your waist. So where you would expect to, there's a split second where you're like, ooh, I might have fucked up, because you do start floating a little bit. But once you hit a certain point, it sort of just slowly and gently pulls you back to land.
All right, so we get up to that
Slingshots
point
him into the water.
Yeah, right. God
Kira?
damn it, I didn't want to get wet.
Sorry, one last thing that I'm going to do.
Okay.
I am going to use my ring to cast enhance ability on myself for full strength, which means I am not currently encumbered.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, that's
All right.
a thing.
All right, and then I will I'll kind of like look up at the tear, and I'll just look at the Kraken and just say, all right, I think that we're ready. Remember, everyone, as best as you can, let me take the heat. Master Bonkin can back me up, and if I drop on the ground and cease breathing, I will not be able to be healed. I must be brought back from the dead. My spirit is fled. And if we push past the point where that's necessary, just keep fighting on and drag my dirty corpse to somewhere that can get taken care of. But I don't think we'll have that problem.
Tempest, before you like leave the area, Aerinore would give you a big old hug, and then much like you did to Zoopal, she put a hand on either side of your face, and then she kisses your forehead, and she says, "Just make sure that you all get out alive."
We will.
So
Every one of us are coming back.
Yeah, Bunkin.
So how deep is this water? Because Bonkin's like 6'8".
Oh, that's a good question. So, like, if you step in here, it's not terribly deep. Like, she's kind of bobbing in the water, but it's like 4.5 feet.
Here's
Right
All,
there.
looking
all
at
the way
that
if we
water.
walk across?
Yeah, all the way across in that spot. But as you get closer to the Kraken, it gets deeper and deeper.
I probably plan to go like around this way.
Okay.
In that case, before Bunkin leaves, he'll go, Kira, Mishman, do you want me to help you across?
Is there another way to get across?
Doesn't look like it.
I'm gonna look up at the Kraken
You'll
with
see
a clear question.
a tentacle will like come down to land and sort of open its hand, I guess, palm up. You're welcome to step on here if you'd like, or the fuzzy one can carry you.
If you don't, if you don't mind, Min, are you good with taking the lift? I'm assuming Min's not gonna have too much of a problem with it.
She, as soon as you say her name, she steps on and is looking at you like, I ain't getting in that water.
Are we going or... Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
And you'll see this weird tentacle elevator thing, like,
Kira will
up,
go with too.
over, and then down, and puts you right behind Marcus.
Thank you.
Yeah, Marcus will just apologize in Elven. I'm so sorry. I got really excited about that fucking tear in reality and, like, the whole idea of, like, time dragons and a kraken, and we've got, like, a god from another realm, and so many things are happening. I'm just overwhelmed.
No, I'm glad you're excited, and I am so glad that I didn't have to go in that. And
Meanwhile,
thanks,
Bunkin's
Duncan.
like lower half is like soaked. Oh, it's all right. We can keep going.
Oh, I
Kira
wasn't
has so
apologizing
many
to you.
electronics on her.
That is true. She does have a lot of electronics. All right.
No, he was responding to Kira.
So this tear, is it actually like, is it just like out in the water or over the cliff that we can just like walk to, or is it actually like up in the air?
So it is up in the air, and it looks, it's hard to tell how far away anything is because of how deep the like abyss is here. But as you guys get into formation, I guess for lack of a better term, the tentacle that had come over this way starts to lift up, and then the one that is around Alan also lifts up and starts to lift him up. And you guys will see that Alan's eyes, he has them closed and then he opens them. And one of them has a very light blue energy and the other one has a gold energy. And he appears to be in some sort of trance, but he does not appear to be in any distress. So this tentacle, the Kraken says, okay, I am going to tear open the scar. Be ready. I don't know what's on the other side.
Hold on. I tried to jump through this fucking barrier you call an edge here earlier, and it pulled me back. Can we just, like, leap up into this thing?
If it works the way I understand, you won't have a choice. It will make sure that you come through.
Oh!
Oh, we're gonna get sucked in. Okay.
Ooh, alright. Little... Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, what? That's my line, Marcus. Come on now.
Keep your eggplants out of my head. I wouldn't think this way, Master Tempest.
You get blasted by 3 Zooples.
Ah!
Tempest, you might want to make sure Zooples are hanging on, and I'm going to grab Syl.
Marcus will reach his hand back and grab Kira's arm, like kind of like hook it. Everybody, link up.
I like to.
Sure.
I think Zooples.
Links up to what's that? I'm sorry.
There's going to be a Zoople on each ankle and then one around your left wrist. I think is how they would handle it.
Yep.
It's
Like a
barrel
little
of
like
monkeys.
Zoopal belt. They all kind of like wrap around each other.
I guess I'll grab onto Tempest and then one arm onto Tempest, one arm onto Marcus.
All right. So with you guys.
Min is also being grabbed, for the record, for not losing a cat or a dragon or a bugbear. Maybe a genasi.
Oh no, it's I.
Hey, now.
Oh no, he's coming with me.
All right. With you guys being properly and appropriately linked, the tentacle sort of just taps that spot at first. And then another tentacle, he moves it up there. I've never said tentacle so many times in one night. So now he's got 2 up there, and he's clearly struggling to rip open this crack in reality.
Try to assist him?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Okay, yeah, I'll burn a psi point,
Okay.
and I will psi strike. I'll attempt to like psi strike or psi power leap ourselves towards it and try to assist him in tearing it open.
Okay. All right, perfect. Yeah, so as you guys are linked, you'll see him kind of struggling to rip this open, and then all of a sudden, Marcus's pink energy surrounds all of you, and you can also see it clearly assisting the tentacles trying to rip it open, and then suddenly it completely tears open, and you guys find yourselves. Hold on. I wrote a whole description. I want to actually use it because I skip over these all the time. Okay. Okay, so as the scar tears open, you guys are overwhelmed by a bright golden light. Mixed in with it is the blue energy that you frequently see as well. But alongside that, you are also seeing the blackened energy that you were very familiar with when everything was tainted with void. You can see, once again, actually this time everybody can see, far up ahead of you is the silhouette of Aegis. And it's almost as though he's leading you. He was paused when you first got in there, then he turns and starts to walk. So you feel compelled to follow him. Not that you have much of a choice since you're being sucked in anyway. And as you get to the other side, you sort of get spit out into a room that is full of mirrors. Hold on one second.
Remember, guys, breaking a mirror, 7 years bad luck.
This is not what I was expecting.
This room is so cool.
Oh, no. This is like Mario World 64 all over again, man. The fucking paintings. I wasn't meant for this.
All right, so. Sorry, I was making sure the stream. I always forget about the stream. So you guys, you get spit out into this room, and there's not much here initially. The mirrors are exactly where you see them, and some of them are glinting with blue energy, some have that purplish energy, some have kind of a gold to them. But when you first get in here, you don't see any doors, you don't see any way out.
Were we spit out from one of these mirrors, like the one?
You were spit out
Were we
almost.
spit out from this one?
No, you're spit out like from the ceiling. Basically, you guys are spit straight down. And that pulling sensation completely stops. You guys do, like, you are spit out, but you don't take falling damage, so you're not, like, violently thrown to the ground, but it's enough that you're prone when you first get in here. You're welcome to stand up.
Obviously, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Marcus will kind of, like, glance around. Well, first I'm going to look up at the ceiling. Is there any sign of the scar that spat us out, like the hole or the time or the void in reality, whatever the fuck it was?
There is a crack in the stone that looks suspiciously familiar, but it is not glowing with the energy.
Glance around the room for Aegis.
You do not see Aegis in the room. Actually, give me a perception check.
No.
Give it to me anyway.
Oh, a nat 20. Holy shit. I have a +0 to that. That's why I said no. But
Oh,
I'll take the fucking
freaking
nat
right.
20.
Okay. So you do actually, as you're looking around, you're looking into the mirrors, just kind of examining things. But with a nat 20, you most certainly would see his silhouette walking down that mirror. That was a good time to get a nat 20.
Yeah.
So
Walking
Marcus-
away from us down that way?
Yes, walking away from you down that mirror.
Yeah, so Marcus will look up, look down and around and go, oh shit, there he is, and point towards the northern mirror.
Yeah, Lucy?
So as he does this, Bunkin, I guess, will get up and kind of, I think, directly stare into this mirror. What exactly do we see? Is it just a reflection, or?
Yeah, you see a reflection of yourself in, you said this mirror that you're standing in front of right here?
Yeah, that one.
You do see a reflection of yourself, Bonkin. However, you have both eyes.
Is one of them different?
No.
How old
So
does he
different.
look?
He looks, that's a great question, actually. He looks like he did before he went through his abduction.
So it looks like the former version of himself.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Does
Is it still like
Tempest
the
see-
modern clothes, or is it before that coming back?
Modern clothes.
Does Tempest, looking at that mirror, does Tempest also see the same Bonkin, and does Tempest also look the same as himself, or is he also different?
That's also a good question. You guys asked some good questions. So you see the same version of Bonkin that Bonkin sees, but Tempest looks normal. Tempest looks like you would expect Tempest to look like.
No, Goth Tempest.
No goth, yeah.
Not this time.
May I get a Vecticar reading, please?
Sure. Hold on one second.
She pulls
Haha.
out the giant machine and starts fiddling with the many, many dials and knobs.
Okay, so as you start fiddling with the knobs, hold on one second. All right, so you actually, this is kind of odd from what you've been used to. Both of the balance ones, so blue and gold, are moving at a normal pace. Resonance is going, like, moving ridiculously quickly. Harmony is going backwards, and it is insanely fast. So red is going backwards. Purple is moving at normal pace but quickly, and then blue and gold are both moving normal.
Huh. Okay. And she'll relay to anyone who's standing close enough to hear her mutter about the various styles. And then she'll tuck it back into the bag of holding.
Because Marcus says, "Oh, quick, let's go," and starts moving. Yeah, I mean, he went that way. Bonkin will hear what Kira says and go, "Oh, that's very interesting, Miss Kira, but I think we have to go before Mr. Marcus is ready to go."
Oh, yeah, that's thank you, Bonkin.
Marcus
That
does,
is
by the
interesting, but
way,
I have no idea what that means.
Marcus stops literally 5 feet before the tug of the ring kind of stops him.
Okay,
He's not
noted.
gonna let it break, so that's why he stopped right where he was, and he kind of points to the mirror. He says, "Do you all see Master Aegis in this hallway, walking away from us?" And he kind of points specifically at the figure that he saw. I don't know. Was he walking away still, or did he just kind of?
He was walking away, and it looks like he's down. It's almost like that vortex still. It just looks like it continued on in that mirror, and you can see just his silhouette distance away.
Should we do a quick run around the room and make sure there's nothing we're missing? I mean, this is pretty evident. He was just leading us down the vortex in the ceiling.
Could I take a peek into the mirror to see if I can see what Marcus is seeing?
Yeah. So when you look at the mirror, you can see the silhouette of Aegis off in the distance,
Oh,
and
I
you can.
actually can.
Yep, you can see exactly what he. Yeah, without even doing a perception, since it was pointed out. You can see without an issue. It's exactly what Marcus explained. However, you don't see any of your reflections in that mirror.
What about the others? I guess as Marcus asks to look around, do the other mirrors have our reflections?
Which one are you
If I-
looking at?
He'll probably look to the left first, and then down to the right,
Okay, so left. So
down to the south.
Tempest.
Left, then south.
Okay, got it. So the one that Tempest is at right now. I'm assuming.
Yeah, the one
Okay.
Tempest booked it to.
Okay, so when you are standing there, you see yourself. You're missing an eye. You have the eye patch. Tempest. He's dressed in the same garb that you met him in way back in the day. When you go down to the south, again, you look the same, but as you're seeing the reflections of others in the room, you can see that both Marcus and Kira look a little bit different. Kira looks, well, they're not really are you guys all walking around together?
No, Marcus is standing at the north while he's pointing things out.
Okay. Yeah, so you can't see Marcus's reflection in anything. And Kira
Is staying by Marcus.
is staying by Marcus, and you did not see her reflection in that mirror to the north either.
To the north or to the south?
She's staying up here, so but you can see the back of Kira in the south mirror. You just can't see her in the north one, and you can't see her facial features in the south one. Because she's turned around.
Miss Kira, do me a favor real quick. I'm curious about something. Can you turn around?
Sure. And she'll turn around.
Okay, so when Kira turns around, you actually notice some facial features of hers that only Marcus holds right now. It would appear that Kira may have some vampiric tendencies.
So I also want to know, is the cloak still on in the south one?
Yes, it is. And actually, in the south one, the cloak is on, the hood is up, and she has herself kind of completely covered other than her face.
There's definitely, you can't see it unless like Kira looks into the mirror and sees Bonkin, but there's definitely a look of disapproval. But it's confused, it's conflicted because he's happy they're together, but he really does not like the vampire thing.
Yeah, I know I'm not down there, but this would be an obvious thing. Are the cats in that mirror?
In the north mirror?
Yeah, in the south one. Yeah.
Oh, the south mirror? The south, yeah, the cats are in there.
One
And
he's looking in.
the cats are in there, and they look fairly normal.
Okay, because
Do
that
I
would be
look any
a
different?
notable thing.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything else at this time?
I don't know. How high up are these smaller mirrors? Are we seeing like anything drastically different? In any
No,
of
they're these smaller mirrors, like the medium-sized, I guess we'll say, are about 10 feet. Those ones, it's 5, 10, and 15 respectively for the three.
Yeah, I guess Tempest would like to look at just see if like there's anything wildly different in any of those.
No, when you look in those, it actually looks like you're looking in a normal mirror. In the three there. This the same for this one. If you float or anything, this one here looks just the same, normal looking.
All right. Well, can we actually follow Aegis through that mirror somehow?
I can try touching it if you want.
Choice we have, right?
I can also spend either some time or some energy and just identify the mirror, see if I can figure out how it works.
If there is something that requires it to work, are we on a time crunch as far as incantations are concerned? And he kind of points to Tempest and Kira.
I can have an hour.
I can also just leap myself up really quickly. I can jump naturally very fucking high. So if we want, I can jump up and take a look at my face.
You don't seem to show up in
These
anything,
are off the
Mr.
ground.
Marcus.
These big mirrors are actually off the ground a ways, or can we actually reach them from the ground?
These are the ones, the really big ones. They go from floor to ceiling. They're stupid tall.
Marcus looks confused by the comment Bonkin just made, and he looks in the mirror to the north that we're all looking at. Do I see my reflection?
You don't see anybody's reflection.
Oh, nobody's reflection.
In the north one, yep.
Yeah, and Bonkin, Marcus will kind of like slap him on the shoulder and go, "Nobody's reflection shows here. What the fuck are you talking about?"
I moment to the one I was looking at earlier, the one down.
Marcus will turn around.
You do not see a reflection in the south one.
Do I see my armor moving without my body?
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's cool. I'm a fucking ghost. All right. What about the ones over there and there? I point to the east and the west.
Do you have your full like visor and like faceplate up and everything like that?
I
So
do.
you look like probably animated armor. I
Yeah,
think.
pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Yep.
anywhere that body would be showing, it's not.
Which is in like the creases of the
Yeah.
elbows, the bottom of the neck.
And that's in
Excuse
all
you,
of,
I
all of those
sealed
mirrors.
that armor very well.
You
There's
definitely
no
did.
creases for sunlight.
But yeah, you see the armor moving, but it looks weird. Like, you can't see, like, you can kind of see your eyes through the visor. You can't see that. You can't see any reflection of your skin.
And what was it that we saw to the east and the west then?
So on
On the big ones.
so the east one,
'Cause
Bonkin.
it seems like we're looking at the future on the south.
Yeah, to the right, Bonkin had both of his eyes. He had his normal eyes, but he was in futuristic clothing, like current clothing. And then the west one, Tempest, was Bonkin looked the same as he does right now. Tempest was standing there, and he had like the garb from way back in the day on when you guys first met him.
Just bring that back. Look back. I like that look. That looks nice.
Okay, so does anybody need to? What are we surmising here? So, Master Bonkin, you saw nothing to the south, as far
Well,
as I'm
like-
concerned.
I looked older and Miss Kira had you two grew close.
Oh, so it's the present is the south.
No, it's the
Wait.
future.
Oh, okay. We'll discuss that another time, but I'll defer to your wisdom for now. To the east and to the west, there was nothing of significance. Is my understanding that correctly?
Seemed like it was at least to the west was our past. My past. I was good old fashioned clothing, but yeah, east. I don't know. That was weird. Almost like an alternate timeline, maybe.
No, but I have both my eyes, and I didn't look like I, got older.
Okay, so what about the other little shit mirrors? Anybody seen anything in those? Do you want me to take a jump up and just take a peek in one? Oh, fuck,
Oh,
no, it
I-
doesn't work with me. Fuck. Do you want me? Can I
Yeah,
throw
no.
somebody up there?
No. I took a look.
Oh.
They just look like mirrors. I think I didn't notice anything crazy about me, at least.
So we should probably just follow Master Aegis down this north one?
I think
Feels
so.
great.
Do you want me to touch it and see if anything happens?
Probably not you. You come too close to death. Zupal 4. Oh, there's only 3 of them. Never
Only
mind.
3.
Master Bonkin, yeah, you do it.
All right, I immediately put my hand to the mirror from
All
where
right.
I am because I can reach it.
So Bonkin puts his hand on the mirror, and Bonkin, for a second, it just feels like a regular cold mirror, and then all of a sudden, your hand sort of starts to melt through it, and then you feel somebody grab your arm and start to pull you from the other side. So give me a.
Say strength. Do
Yes,
it.
it's gonna be strength. It's gonna be strength.
Do we see a little hand come out?
You don't see anything except for Bonkin's arm starts to disappear more into the mirror, and I don't know if he would say anything or not.
Is it a strength check or a strength save?
A strength save, because they are trying to pull you.
When you say they and don't give me a definitive gender, I
got a
get
nat
really
20.
fucking nervous because I don't know who it is.
You got a nat 20, you sure did. Alright, hold on
Oh
a
my
second.
god. We've got 2
Strong
really
as fuck
weird
boy.
nat 20s. Yeah. And fast as fuck boy because he's moving at 55 base speed.
Alright,
big boy.
so what happens is you guys will see Bonkin puts his hand on the glass. His hand it starts to disappear, and then all of a sudden he starts to get pulled. He pulls back, and out comes
Oh no. tell me it's TW. Are we gonna fuck him up in our realm? Wait. Oh.
What?
Out comes Bonkin. Everybody, give me a second.
I'm getting some
Initiative?
BG3 vibes.
Oh fuck! You're gonna
I
make us
hate
fight
this fight.
ourselves. God damn it! Listen, we already did the fucking the Shadow Heart quest line. Good. Oh.
We're gonna fight
Oh,
all our
this song
mirror
is
selves.
fucking-
Oh no.
I love the
Alright.
music.
I hope that the mirror me can't regenerate, because if it can, we're in deep shit.
Hold on, give me 1 sec. Don't roll yet. Sorry, I had to pull a character from the thing.
Thankfully, you know your weakness very well. Just open his visor, flip a coin, and we're good.
Okay, y'all, go ahead and
Fucking
roll
you! My eyes
initiative.
hurt too.
Well, at least we know I'm stronger than this me.
Oh God, that is the most appropriate Marcus initiative in the world. God.
It's okay, you can hide behind
fuck
us.
you, Kara, yeah.
Yo,
Oh,
Marcus,
me and
yo.
Bonkin in the back, baby. Bonkin, what's your dex?
+2.
Okay, I've got a +4. I go first.
All right, we got everybody's initiative.
Oh, do you do it like that? Is it dex bonus? Or
Yeah, I
we
do
reroll?
dex.
Okay, okay.
Let's see. Okay. Well, if it makes you guys feel any better, I rolled worse than you guys did.
It's okay,
Alright.
guys. It's just me. You can hit him, I promise.
Oh, there's a lot more unknown fucking creatures in this
Just you,
encounter,
buddy.
my friend. I hate it.
All right, so what I am gonna say is because you rolled a nat 20 on that, Bunkin, I'm gonna give you a surprise round. So you pull this guy through. Looks just like you. What are you doing?
Does he seem hostile?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he comes through, and it's as soon as your hand is off of your hand, the fists come up, and he's ready to fight you. Yes, Kira.
Which version of Bonkin is this?
That's very
How many
good.
eyes? Which tattoos?
He
How old?
has both eyes. Everything else looks so it's definitely the Bonkin that was in this mirror. Like, there's no doubt about it. It is who was standing there.
Okay, so younger, 2 eyes, all the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we have to choose which Bonkin we like more. Got it.
Alright, then I'm going to use one of my new features, and I am going to spend 2 key points. And I'm going to burst out my arms, and I'm also going to use Visage of the Astral Self, where as the arms come out, one of them wraps around my pouch, and essentially use it as an armband, where the eye that's not there, appears as like this astral version, and it starts, I guess, glowing ethereal blue.
Awesome. All right.
I'll tell you what that does in a second
Yeah.
after I spend the key points and you make a dex save. Yeah, I need a dex save DC 14 for me,
All right.
which knowing me is not very good.
All right. And that was your fists, correct?
Yes, this is my astral arm.
Just making sure. All right. Give me 1 second. And you said, sorry, what was the save?
DC 14 dex.
Nope. He fails. The other you fails.
I figured. I suck at dex. He takes 10 damage.
All right.
And I will tell you what my astral visage does. It's not really anything particular, but I essentially have astral sight, so I can see in darkness at both magical and non-magical up to 120 feet. I have advantage on wisdom, insight checks, and charisma intimidation checks, and I can either have everything in 600 feet hear me, or have a single person, only a single person within 60 feet of me hear me. Essentially projecting or...
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. All right.
Other than that, I am going to punch myself.
Okay.
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. This is like the mean older brother.
A 21 will hit.
Sorry, I'm debating adding a stunning strike.
Do it.
Ignore the rage, it's just 8 damage.
8, okay.
Actually, I'm gonna use a feature that I fucking never use, and I'm gonna use surprise attack, since I have a surprise round. And so he takes another 2d6 damage.
Might as well, man.
Oh, shit. Bugbear for the win, baby.
So he takes 16 damage.
All right.
Fuck
Yep,
yourself
sure.
up.
And fuck it, have him make a con save. He will probably succeed knowing my con score.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Bitch, I am you.
What's the DC?
14. So you need to roll below a 7.
I rolled a nat 1.
I am stunned until the end of my own next.
Yes, you are. All right. I rolled a nat fucking 1. Okay, let me mark him off. Cool.
Cool, and I have another attack.
Yep, go right ahead.
This is with advantage because it's stunned, correct? It doesn't actually tell me
Yeah.
what the stun condition does.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll
It's-
have advantage if you start.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't queue up when I said yeah. All right.
I rolled
That
a
was-
1 and a 2.
Oh no, yeah. So that doesn't hit, as you know.
That's true. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. So now starting at the top of the round, Kira, you are up.
Okay, so Kira's gonna watch that and just, and she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to step on the other side of Friendly Bonkin, and she's going to reach out and try and turn him into a giant puffball bugbear, casting Shocking Grasp.
All right. A 21 hits for sure. Yep, 13. All right. What were you gonna say, Bonkin?
I was gonna, since he came out and looked hostile and wanted to fight, I was gonna say, you should be ashamed of yourself. I wouldn't have hit you if you came out like I normally would. We could have talked this out. You're in timeout now because I stunned you.
Oh, also, I should have rolled that with advantage on the off chance it was a crit, so I'm just gonna roll the to hit again. It was not a crit.
All
So
right.
that is
sure, it's a 15.
so 13 points of zappy damage.
Okay. Yep.
And then that is my action. Bonus action is going to be Min is going to go in front of Tempest, around in front of... No, I don't think Min would strategize that well. Is going to just go there and try and do some murdery to her friend. She looks confused.
Maybe his pocket pick can attack his pockets.
All right. Nothing else.
24 to try and murder.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Yeah, 24 hits for sure.
And I saw your message and thank you. 1d8 plus 4, not doing anything extra besides the 12 points of force damage.
Okay, he takes it.
And that will conclude.
All right, moving on. Okay, so there is a, I don't want to say flash, there is a bit of darkness that appears over here. And then there is a second Kira, closely followed by...
Ah, bullshit.
No!
Come on, really? She gets all of them? We got one res between the fucking four of us.
All right,
It's
so
gonna get real confusing.
really fast. Okay, so
Actually, Candace, on the note of confusion, like, I can kind of see it. Would you mind maybe putting, like, a very specific colored dot on the ones that are not us?
why don't we do
I say that
I almost think it'd be better if she didn't. I
Oh,
mean, I would
okay.
I would love the fact that you would, but
Are they physical forms of ourselves, or is there something obvious to us about them?
so the obvious thing on Kira, now that everybody can see her, is that she clearly has vampiric facial.
These
Okay,
are
in that case, then.
futuristic. Okay, understood.
Well, there's
Understood.
something.
if there are obvious differences, then yeah, I would also second putting a marker on that. But if they're like identical to us, then I would almost say
That's fair. That's totally. I agree with that 100%. Listen, I'll
also-
kill every one of you motherfuckers.
My
Until I
concern
die.
is also the fact that we are going to be going a week before playing again. And harder for humans to keep track of the things. I do not have a 19 intelligence.
So I'm gonna shade them gold. Does that work?
Yeah, that's actually.
You could just put the
really
X's
good.
on them now if you want to just kill them off.
All right, hold on.
Listen, the Zoobles haven't showed up yet.
There you go.
All right.
I
What, of all
accept
three?
this.
just constant eggplant emojis.
All right. So this one appears, and Kira, you know instantly. She takes out her her bow, you know, her crossbow, and points it directly at Marcus. And she is going to attempt to shoot Marcus.
Don't forget your AC boost.
Trust me. Listen. If there's one thing I've got in this campaign, it's my AC boost.
I'm saying that for my HP pool, though.
So Marcus, what's your AC right now?
20.
That just hits you.
Excellent. I will take the hit, and I will use my reaction for Hellish Rebuke. And as she shoots me, I'm going to look over and go, "You're not my fucking girlfriend!" And I will unleash the hells upon this bitch. She needs to make a Dex saving throw, DC 17. Versus 16 points of fire damage.
He said the word.
That's the first time
Oh,
you've actually
fuck,
said
that was a verbal confirmation. Look, we're fighting ourselves. This is a whole conundrum, okay?
So I rolled a nat 1 on that, so she
Oh,
fails.
take it, bitch. How much do I take?
You will be taking. I rolled max, so you will be
So what's
taking.
the total? We just give me the
Yeah,
total,
so-
whatever it
Roll
rolls, and then
11.
we'll just divide
11,
it.
and then
Oh.
that's the total. 11. That's not halved.
Okay, so 5.
Yep.
And Kira also
Takes 5 as well.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
And then let's see. 1 second. And then she's gonna shoot at you again, Marcus.
Got it. That's the first time I've used Hellish Rebuke on this card.
Amazing. My goal was to... Uh-oh. She is not going to hit that time. So, maybe kind of thrown off by hearing you say the word girlfriend. The second one misses.
Or scorching her in the face.
That
and,
was more
with
likely
Definitely
what
the
caused
first
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Are yours turned red?
And then,
Definitely not me then.
Fire.
then this min is going to run up 5, 10, 15, 20 to you, Marcus.
Oh, it's gonna be so sad when I have to do things.
Yeah. All right, hold on 1 second. And she swipes at you, but she misses, and you will hear a low, deep rumbling growl from the real Min that is next to you. Moving on to Tempest. The real Tempest.
Oh shit, what's happening? I don't like this. Tempest will almost instinctively seeing like a Min attacking Marcus, he will Eldritch Blast it several times. I know point blank, so it's going to be a disadvantage. Eh? 11? I don't think that hits.
Nope, that does not hit.
I keep doing it until I actually do hit. Push her away and then move. I don't think I'm going to hit her.
That does hit.
Oh, that does hit. Okay.
Oh, they're not exactly the same as us then.
Okay, and then it pushes her back. Are you choosing to, since we discovered that you have the choice?
Yes,
Okay.
I am choosing to push Min back. Just if I can yeet her back into the fucking mirror, that'd be great. But
She does disappear back into the mirror.
oh, well, hell, okay.
But you can see her on the other side now.
Oh,
Can real Min / real Marcus take attacks of op?
Yes, they may.
I can't. I just used my reaction.
You did,
Oh,
that's true.
That's
But Min can.
fair.
I should have
Real
said
Min
that.
abso-fucking-lutely will.
It's still in my range of attacks.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And we are going to put an arcane jolt into this too, because fuck the fake men.
All right.
1 second, that's going to be another... I want to make sure it didn't change with my level. 2d6. Oh, Min on that. 14 against fake men.
Got it. All right. Yeah, so as Fake Min gets blasted back through the mirror, Real Min, who is already growling and ready, just slashes at her. And you can hear metal on metal, that horrible screeching sound as she just claws down her side as she goes flying by.
okay. Tempest will actually. I had a point of order here. So, Flock of Familiars and Familiar spell requires the familiar to have its own initiative.
Oh, it
supposedly.
does. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how you'd prefer to work that. If it makes sense just to have them on my turn, or
Yeah, we can just have them go right after you. We'll just say that they're right after you.
okay. All right. So Tempest will fly up 15 feet and 10 feet back, so 25-foot movement total. And then, oh, actually, I guess before I do that, I should make another shot at that Kira over there.
Okay.
All over the place right now. 13? I don't remember if that hits.
A 13 does not hit.
Okay, well, it was all moved anyway. Yeah, so he's 15 feet up and 10 feet back, and then he'll just... Yeah, the Zoopals will just still be kind of hovering around him at this point. He's not... Once people start to get hurt, he'll start moving them.
Okay. Noted. All right, so moving on. You will see... Oh, wait, let me tint him. All right, you will see this handsome feller will come floating through here. Floating through the mirror and looks down.
Handsome devil.
I'm pretty sure Bonkin is the only one who could reach him at 20 feet up.
Actually, my reach is 15.
Oh, is it? Okay, great. So then he's gonna fly right past you.
Well,
right
it's
there.
your reach is 15, but you are also a medium-sized
That's true.
creature.
Yeah, you have height. How tall are you again? You're 6 foot something.
6'8". 6.8 feet.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say just because otherwise it's gonna get too confusing. He's 20 feet up. Your reach is 15. We're just gonna leave that at that. But yeah, so he comes flying in, and then he is going to. He does not have a Zoople with him, just as a point of note.
You have no Zooples. I have 3.
You don't have to kill your best friends.
I need let's see. I need Tempest, Bonkin, and Kira. Hold on, wait. No, Tempest, Bonkin, and Marcus. I need you to give me charisma saving throws as he begins to cast a spell. If anybody wants to do anything about that.
Hey.
Okay. So Artie counter stuff is weird. I do have Dispel Magic, but how does this work as an Artie?
So yours will always be Arcana, always. So you can roll the Arcana check if you want to see if you can identify it first. Okay. And let me see. I don't know if this is one that you would have.
I know what he's doing.
Because I know I have to keep Dispel Magic prepared at all times so I can try and do this, so.
Okay. So you Alright, so you successfully recognize this as Bane. He is casting Bane on your party members.
Okay. And I can use a Dispel Magic to try and counter that?
You sure can.
Okay. I absolutely want to do that.
Okay, give me another Arcana check.
We are going to go ahead and use my inspiration on that. Because I don't know what DCs are, but that seems really low. And we'll go with a dirty 20 instead.
Alright, so Tempest, Marcus, and Bonk, and you guys start to feel there's clearly magic being cast on you. Suddenly you see the very familiar silvery thread-like magic appear and bind his hands so he is not able to actually cast the spell, and it fizzles. You do not have to worry about the saving throws.
Real quick, just add visually, is he present Tempest, or is he like a different version, future, past, or?
This is the version from the mirror on the left. So past version wearing the garb that you were wearing when you guys first met.
So he's using bagpipes?
Yeah, he has bagpipes, yes.
Nice.
Not a saxophone.
And just to be 100% sure, I did have to burn that spell slot. I'm assuming it was just that 3rd level. Didn't have to be upcast or anything.
Correct. 3rd level.
Okay.
Yep. And then yeah, that's all he's going to do. That's all he's going to do this turn. Moving on.
Just looking around the room, see if anything was nailed down.
I was actually. I was like, I didn't give myself anything, you dum-dum. Alright. And then, let's see. This put you guys out of order. Marcus, you're going to go next.
Oh, okay. Nobody else steps through.
No. Because,
Okay.
just looking at Dex's.
Alright, so Marcus will, he will bust the flails out. Both of them will manifest. And then he's going to turn towards Ethereal Bonkin, look at Real Bonkin, look back at Ethereal Bonkin, look back at Normal Bonkin, and just go, "Oh, shit!" And I will begin to attack. So
I want to point out that Bonkin has both of his eyes. I have like a glowing, ethereal-looking eye.
Okay, so yeah, Marcus will attack the one that is stunned with advantage.
Okay.
It's a 21.
That hits.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and burn a psi point for psi strike. Alright, so he takes 16 points of magical bludgeoning psychic, as well as... maxed an additional 12, so 30 points total. And then he is also knocked prone. Actually, I take that back. He has to make a strength saving throw.
Alright.
DC is, I believe, 16. Let me just double check.
Does stunned affect that?
I don't know, does it?
You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws.
Alright, so it's
Alright, so
automatic
he
fail.
automatically fails, so I'm going to go ahead and knock him prone as well.
You're not gonna prone, okay.
So that was the first attack. Second attack. Whoops, disregard the damage. I will swing at him with advantage.
That hits.
And that's going to be an 18. Okay, so then he takes the 20 points of magical bludgeoning
Okay.
psychic. And then he will swing at him with the offhand with his bonus attack. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to get Heroic Inspiration.
Okay.
That's a 19.
That hits. Hey, it was a good one.
For another 17 points of magical bludgeoning psychic. As he's on the ground. And then I am going to immediately action surge. And then I'm going to swing at him 2 more times. Ooh, 13. That's a miss, I believe.
That is a miss.
Alright, and the second attack is a 23.
That hits.
And that is for another 18 points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
Alright. Yeah, you guys are beating the crap out of him for sure. He would be considered bloodied at this point.
Yeah, and Marcus is just screaming like, "No, no, no, no!" And I end my turn.
Alright, hold on one sec. Alright, so, on that note... Alright, so you guys see, there is, almost like a battle cry kind of yell from, as this guy busts through the mirror, and it is another Marcus, and he actually leaps over everybody to the real Marcus. The OG. And he is absolutely going to try to hit you.
Okay, AC is 20.
Okay, and he's got, he does have your Neuro Whips, just so that you are aware. So that is what he is wielding at this time. He misses on the first one. And on the second one. I am playing Marcus. Poor Marcus. And then,
Out.
and then he's going to use his offhand and he's going to try to attack you. That one will hit.
Okay, I'm going to burn a first level spell slot for shield, and my AC goes up to 24.
Okay, it is still going to hit.
I will take it.
All right. 1 second. All right, so that is going to be for 12 points. 12 points of, what is it, bludgeoning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
reduced to 6.
Yep.
So I take 6 and Kira takes 6.
All right.
Sorry, Lucy has something.
Lucy.
Yeah, so I can't help you, Marcus. Sorry about that, but I can punch him. Or try to.
You want to use your reaction? Go ahead.
Yes. No.
Yeah, that does not hit, unfortunately. Welcome to my hell. All right, moving on. Okay, so he did that, and that is it. Bonkin, it's going to be you now.
All right. In that case, so the me there. So besides the fact that it looks like, so it has the normal clothes that I'm wearing now. Both of its eyes. Is there anything like else that's like differentiating us?
The only thing I would say that you could notice is, and you would be the only person who would notice this, the look on his face is very, very familiar to what you were prior to your training with your, yeah.
All right. In that case, and I look pretty shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I am going to. I'm not going to rage. Instead, I am going to attack him twice.
Okay.
Oh, I have advantage. I forgot.
All right, go ahead. Just in case, right? Okay, yeah, it hits.
So he takes 11 damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to see if I can turn off the rage.
It's all right. You'll probably just put it on as soon as you take it off anyway. Uh-huh.
So he takes another 10. How's he looking?
He's not looking great right now. You can see, even though he is currently stunned, you can see the resolve in his face. You know that he's not going to go down without a fight, but he doesn't look good physically.
Cool, that means he has basically more hit points than I do. Then I will spend a key point to Flurry of Blows to attack him twice more.
All right. $15 just hits. Oh.
No, that's advantage. Not 20.
There it is.
Can I double that dice instead of rolling another one?
Yeah, that's fine.
max damage.
That's totally fine. Okay, so it's gonna be 24.
Yeah. All right.
It's 20 because it's just the dice, so it's 16 plus 4, so
sorry.
it's 20. No, that's okay.
Yes,
20 is still good. Yeah, so he's stunned, but he, is all but falling to the ground right now.
All right. Then I will Flurry of Blows him one last time because I have 2 attacks on that.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
He takes 5 damage. Glad I didn't re-roll that with the 8.
Yeah, so he is barely hanging on right now. Bunkin, I mean, it's nearly agonal breathing as he's laying there prone, getting the crap whomped out of him.
In that case, I'll kind of say, it's alright, I can handle it myself. That's weird to say. You all can handle everyone else. I'll be there in a bit. Thank you for the help, Mr. Marcus and Miss Kira. And Miss Min. And that'll be it for me.
All right. All right, so
Oh, he's not stunned anymore, by the way.
Yeah, so we're gonna move to him. So he will stand up. And despite the fact that he is bleeding from everywhere possible right now, he just wipes the blood off of his face and spits a tooth out on the ground, and he is going to... you recognize immediately he is raging. He begins to rage, and he is definitely going to hit you. Or at least attempt to.
No, he will.
Disadvantage, please, because of Min.
Okay. Disadvantage may have... Oh, yeah. Okay, so he goes to try to swing at you, but he's lost a lot of blood and starts to lose his balance. He's going to try to hit you again.
I cannot impose a second disadvantage, unfortunately.
Thank you. And he definitely hits you. And that is going to be for 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he punches you back, bonking right in the face. And he spits out another tooth, and we move on. Back to the top of the round. Kira.
There is a moment's hesitation as Kira was starting to incant again, and she like leans back, looks over at Marcus in the middle of this fight, just says, "Girlfriend?" Then is going to reach forward, and despite what Bonkin said, she's gonna try and zap False Pumpkin again.
Okay. Okay, 26 hits.
Absolutely crap damage.
Yep, and he's still standing, but barely. He's wavering pretty hard.
Min thankfully listens better than Kira does, and turns her growly attention to False Marcus, and is going to attempt a Murder Mitten special.
Okay.
It's so great to see that he can't make an attack of opportunity either.
That's true, his arms are too long. That's a bitch. A 16 does not hit False Marcus.
Min and Syl growl and hiss respectively. Syl continues to take the dodge action. That concludes our turn.
Alright. Moving on to Fake Kira. So she is going to... Yeah, she's gonna shoot at the real Tempest.
No. Mazooples.
Alright, she will hit. And that's only going to be for 6 points of piercing damage. So you just need a
Mine
10.
sharpener thing. Sorry, you said 6?
Yeah.
Sharp mind, sharp close things. I have to. 4 charges when a wearer fails a Constitution saving throw and maintain a concentration on a spell. This wearer can use its reaction to expend one of the item's charges to succeed instead. Let's see if I fail first.
Okay, I was going to say, don't jump the gun. You might do okay.
No,
It's
no.
only a 10. There you go.
Woo!
You got it, you got
Exactly
it.
what I needed.
Now let's see if she hits you a second time.
Oh, right.
No, she misses you the second time. It shoots right past your shoulder. She might have been aiming at a Zoopal, but thankfully she didn't hit the Zoopal either. You would hear an elven cuss word. Actually, you would know what it is. She says, fuck! And then she's going
Watch
to...
your mouth.
And then... Evil Min... Where did Evil Min go?
In the mirror.
She's in
Oh,
the
that's
mirror,
right.
blaster in there.
Thank you, yeah. She's
The
gonna,
cat got whiplashed back to the hell they came from.
she's gonna jump back in here. And Marcus, she is after you.
Okay,
Disadvantage,
AC is-
please, for the first one.
And AC is 24.
Alright.
Didn't you use that on me? Can Min do that multiple times?
My turn had just reset though.
Yeah, so she gets
Yep.
to do it again. Yep. Yeah, that is not going to hit. And so that is that. Moving on. Real Tempest, it's your turn.
Okay. Tempest will. Yeah, you know what? He'll attempt to blast Kira into that mirror, I suppose. Evil Kira, that is. Not real Kira.
But what if I'm evil?
Well,
You are. We just accept you.
It's just a matter of perspective, really, isn't it? Evil, but you're in line with my kind of evil, I suppose. All right, I'm gonna put 2 into this Kira because she shot me.
Okay.
And one into that Tempest because this is the Kira, bad Kira. And I don't think that hits.
That does not hit.
So this is the 1 damage she's gonna take. Oh, I'm up to D10 now. I've always been up to D10. What the fuck? Yes, so she gets pushed against the mirror, maybe through it.
Alright, so you push her through the mirror. Hold on a second. As she goes through the mirror. Sorry, one second. Okay, so let's see. Give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Yep.
Let's take that up to a 13, please.
All right. So you are going to take 12 points of psychic damage as she gets blasted through the mirror. You being Tempest, sorry.
Yeah.
And it comes from the mirror. It appears to come from the mirror itself.
Burn a charge to instead succeed on that.
Okay.
I forgot you had that. I'm so glad.
Yes, thank you for that.
All right. Anything else, Tempest?
Yes, actually, I'm going to. My 3rd blast is going to go against Mirror Me.
All right.
Ooh. Oh, absolutely not. Okay. I'm just too handsome. I can't.
You can't damage
Can't.
the moneymaker.
Can't. Come on. You're just... all right. So then, in that case, Tempest will move. Right there.
Okay.
Bonus action. He's going to summon Tentacles
All right.
and put him right behind Bonkin.
Uno momento. Why does it look so small?
It does look itty bitty. It's like vibing more violently too.
Yes. What's going on with you, man?
That's fine. I mean, it's all good because he's gonna be. Oh, there he is. There's a vibing boy.
That's the right one.
Okay. Yes, that will do it for Tempest turn.
All right. Fake Tempest. Not a fan of what you just did. He is going to also summon a tentacle. Right next to Kira. And
Like
then
it's black.
it is, yeah. And then he is going to turn toward you, Tempest. And he's going to return fire, or at least attempt to.
Tempest on Tempest action.
You'd love that.
Well, I do have 2 girlfriends.
Oh, he misses with the first. He misses with the second. The third will hit. Alright, so. So that's going. That's only going to be 3 points of damage, Tempest. I rolled minimum damage on that. And he is going to choose to knock you back 10 feet. But you're up in the air, so.
Just
Yeah, that's a success for your concentration. And then he is going to move right at the end of his turn. Right there. All right, moving on. We're actually it's gonna be Marcus. I know it's off on here, but it's Marcus.
Okay, so Marcus is going to reach into his potion pouch, and he's going to pull out his last potion of speed. I have deleted it, and he is going to drink it. The shield spell wears off, and with his hasted action, now he will use the attack, and I get to make 1 weapon attack, and I will choose Bonkin to be the target of that attack.
Okay.
And he is no longer prone nor stunned, correct?
Correct.
17?
17 hits.
Alright, let's go ahead and lay 13 points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
So for a second time, you guys watch Marcus beat the crap out of Bonkin until he hits the ground and is just laying there. Seemingly unconscious, possibly dying. You'd have to figure out to be sure.
All right, Marcus turns around towards Marcus, and that's where I end my turn.
Alrighty. So now it's gonna be Marcus's turn now. So he is going to definitely try to hit you.
Nah, he's too busy for that.
All right, he's going to
It's
try to
his
hit you.
Okay, AC's only 20 now.
He misses on the first. He misses on the second, just barely.
This is Marcus that's attacking?
Yeah, Marcus.
Let's
is
do
attacking.
disadvantage on this next one.
Okay. All right. So despite the disadvantage, he does hit on the third one. Actually rolled
And
the exact
actually,
same
I
thing
don't
twice.
think I could have done that anyway, because I'd
Okay.
already used it. So.
Okay, fair enough. So that's fine. So he's still hit. I rolled the exact same thing, so honestly, no harm, no foul.
Okay, I will not use a reaction. I'll take it.
Alrighty. That is going to be for 8.
And just so you know, correction, my AC is actually 22 because I drank the haste potion.
Oh, that's true. It does not hit you then. The third one does not hit you. So it would have, and you know that it would have, but because you have consumed that potion, you're able to just quickly move out of the way, anticipating what he was going to do.
So I read my feat, and it says as long as they make an attack, it never says they actually have to succeed. So can I try and attack
Yeah,
Marcus
go right ahead.
again? No.
Yeah, that does not hit. All right, let's see. Okay, yep, that's all he can do. Moving on to the real Bonkin.
Okay, so this is an important question, and I'm willing to make an insight check for this. But these copies, or different versions of us, do they look like they have like a complete sentience, or are they just naturally aggressive and hate us?
It's a good question. It's definitely a question Bonkin would ask. So yeah, you can give me an insight check.
Let me just check my new ability because I think I have advantage on those.
Okay.
Yes, I do. $60.
So especially going toe to toe with yourself, it seems like there is sentience, but it also seems like a bit of programming. Based on what you saw with the other Bonkin and the things that I've already explained, you feel like he knew what he was doing and he wanted to do it.
Well, yeah, if it's the Bonkin I'm thinking of,
It
he
is.
would have.
Yeah.
But I guess the more question is, I've heard the evil Kira speak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, swear, as Kira tends to do. But I guess we haven't done this yet. But does it look like we're able to talk to them, or like did mine respond? I guess he was stunned.
Yeah,
I have no way to prove it.
He was stunned.
But I want to see if I can get through to them, essentially.
So
this is something Bonkin would try.
what I'll say is that because the false Kira missed and cussed, which is Kira-like, but her voice did sound, and I should have mentioned it then, her voice sounded darker somehow. There's enough sentience there, you would suspect that you could talk to them, but you haven't tried yet, so. Well, you did kind of try, but then you stunned the dude that you told to...
Well, I told him he's in timeout, so... Alright. So if they do seem sentient, then this might be a bad action. But for Bonkin, this is important. I'm gonna try and... I want to stabilize myself.
Okay.
Mark is gonna hate this, and I don't care.
Give me a medicine check. Wow, that's a good medicine check, Bonkin. Okay, so you guys will see Bonkin goes from full-on fighting stance to kneeling, and he starts to, like, some of the wrappings that are on the other Bonkin, he starts to tie around wounds, and you successfully stabilize him, Bonkin. He goes from being clearly in a dying state to taking very shallow breaths.
In that case, I will tell Marcus, because Bonkin already knows. He's had this conversation before. Very early on. He'll say, "This might seem a bit strange, but it is something I need to do, Mr. Marcus, sorry." And then I'm going to do it, and then I'll get back up. And then if I've already used a lot of my stuff, and I can't really use a bonus action for anything else, that I want to use. So I guess if I can talk a bit more, he'll probably just try and, I guess, talk to any of them and be like, is it possible? Is it? Can you stop? Is it possible to speak with you? I don't understand how this mirror thing works.
Okay. Just give me a persuasion
And I
check
will,
since you're
because I want to use another feature for my thing. That'll be 600 feet. Anyone in 600 feet can hear me.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so everybody would hear this booming voice of Bonkin's sort of like right next to you, but also all over the place.
So yeah, so you wanted me to do something?
Oh yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Can I reroll that using a DM inspiration?
Yeah, go ahead. Can I tell you something funny?
What?
I was rolling for Marcus, and I rolled a 2. So Marcus knows what that means. Okay, so you know, this is only 6 seconds. You successfully get the other Marcus's attention. So he goes from, you know, ready and sneering and wanting to fight current Marcus to he turns to you. So
Then I mean, I can't do anything else.
Right.
But everyone heard and saw my intention, so.
Yep. All right, and we are back at the top of the round, and we're at 9:58. So I think that's. I know, I know, Kat. I don't know what you're saying, but I feel the emotion through the camera. So.
It was Gollum voice, no.
Oh, very, very well done. All right, excellent. So I'm gonna raid out with the stream really quick. I'll be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out.
What the
Whoever's
fuck is
here.
This is every DM's favorite thing to do to their party.
I'm kind of embarrassed that I've never even thought about this before. I've
Really?
been thinking, yeah, in no campaign have I just been like,
Let's see who can
here's
we raid.
duplicates go. Not that I can think of, anyways.
We can do Whiskey
But it's
Sin.
pretty
We
hard
can do
work.
Apple. Let's go get Apple.
My
We love
in
Apple.
live D&D group actually, the DM took
Thank you guys for
all
hanging
of
out.
everybody's
We'll be back
characters
on
from like
Tuesday for
previous
Crochet and
campaigns, and had us fight all
I
of
think we're
them
gonna be
as
working
like
on a Princess Fairy
illicit
doll,
thralls.
ballerina Princess Fairy doll. So,
So,
thank
like,
you guys
people
for
from,
hanging out,
like,
and we will definitely see you Tuesday. And we'll be
multiple
back on
campaigns
Friday
ago.
for,
Sometimes their
here, I'll be
favorite
doing Miles, Midnight
characters
Suns, and Xavier still
came back and like we had to like murder our favorite characters. It was like, you monster.
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
hanging out.
that's
We'll see you soon.
monstrous.
So, I have one hit I can guarantee I can make on Marcus as long as he doesn't cast shield.